Alright, welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. I kind of love that our opening screen, title screen, whatever, is the two knights, ours and Crow's. Still don't know why ours is strapped down like that. I don't know what they think that'll accomplish. Considering we could just spirit path out of here. Whatever. Moving on. Where we left off, we were having conversations with the Noble Alliance. So let's, I guess, continue having those conversations. Hello, Balbrand. Welcome to stream. I don't know how many people are feasibly left. Oh, we haven't talked to Duvalie yet. Oh god, that's gonna be a conversation. Oh, fun. At least we have already talked to the Phantom Thief.
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside.
Imagine someone being inside of a bedroom. Who would ever do that?
Given the circumstances, I imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir.
Oh, I guess we haven't talked to Altina either. So it's Duvalie, Altina. Is that it? That might be it. Because the Anguis left with Duke Cayenne and Rufus. So she's not here.
Huh? It's open. It's empty. Weird. I could have sworn I sensed someone in here. Oh.
Aw. Okay. Interesting. Don't know that we needed that shot of her butt, but sure.
Looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child. Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close to Milliam's age. How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
How did a kid like Milliam end up fighting for the Iron Bloods? She's like Fee somehow, but Fee's a cat, and she's a rabbit.
Who are you?
You already know who I am. You abducted my sister, and you attacked me.
Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Where's Sammy? We want Sammy.
Situation assessed.
Although she does have a cat bell.
Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pentagrul. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left.
Maybe that's what I should do whenever I wake up from now on. 5 hours since initial loss of consciousness.
Wait.
Huh?
Good morning?
Why are you sleeping on the bed with your shoes on?
Mean Schwarzer. Why are you here?
You didn't lock the door, so I kind of just walked in.
Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely allocated to me.
You should consider locking your doors.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known you were sleeping, I wouldn't have come in here.
So you're an intruder then. Clown Soleus.
Sammy!
No, it was just an innocent mistake. Whoa, can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
Good for her.
So
I love
you claim
Sammy.
to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room.
Yeah, he just walked in, saw you sleeping on the bed, walked over, and stared down at you while you were unconscious. Totally normal. I don't know why you're questioning this.
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, You fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your desires.
No, I didn't! How many times do I have to explain what happened before you'll believe me?
Why do I feel like she would get along really well with Sharon?
I was making a joke.
She would get along so well with Sharon. It's
Had
not
you
even a
any
question.
intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for?
Funsies.
Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission. Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
If that's what you want to do, you didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well, no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though. And just as much I'd like to say to you.
Like, give me my sister back, you jerk.
Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so. As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. You abducted my sister and the princess. Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that. And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around.
We can forgive Crow for all the stuff he did. But you touched our sister. That's too far.
Sorry, that was probably too harsh. I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will. Anyway, with that said, I'll be going. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk again sometime.
The Black Workshop.
What?
That's the name of the place I belong to.
The Black Workshop.
It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance. Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bells.
I can only think of one workshop, but I didn't think he could or would even want to make people like you.
And loaned? That makes it sound like... I suppose it's none of my business.
Unless you're actually a doll. Oh, head pats, sure.
Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember that name.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you. Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
No, I did not.
You'd think he would learn to stop head patting people by
The
now.
Black Workshop? Loaned? Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the head pat really never fails. Map. Okay, there's still someone in that room. We've not gone upstairs. Are the people up here? There's someone in here. Yo. Is there anything I may be able to help you with? I'll do anything that I can to make your stay a pleasant one.
This should be the guest of honor's room.
Oh, I probably should not have come
Sounds like
here yet.
whoever's in there is busy. Might be better to swing by later.
Oh, okay, the game won't let me go there yet. Got it, got it. Good. Okay, so I guess there's just one room left. I've gone the wrong direction. This one. Ah, Duvalie.
Having to travel to and from Crossbell like this is utterly exhausting. No, I mustn't complain. I'm doing this for the sake of my lord.
It is interesting that only you came and not the other... whatever they're called.
Didn't I see her in Legram?
Who goes there? Wait, you're the Ashen Knight's pilot.
I remember you now.
You're that peculiar girl I spoke to who was peeping in people's windows.
You're with Ouroboros. Duvalie the Swift, right?
Well, that too.
Have you no shame? Is it perhaps normal for you to barge into a lady's room unannounced?
Yes, it happens surprisingly more often than you'd expect.
You and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear. Learn your place!
Did you just insult Lara? Because I'm gonna have to ask you to step down.
Actually, I just walked through the door normally. I should have probably knocked before I came in, though. Sorry about that.
Are you really sorry? You keep doing it. We just waited for her to put her
So,
armor on.
Now that we're understood, what do you want? Have you come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
Can you not jump to conclusions? Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree with what they're doing.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own, but for my part, I have no obligation to help the Alliance whatsoever. I'm simply cooperating because I was told doing so was necessary to the plan.
Plan? I'm not sure what she's getting at.
Is anyone ever sure what she's getting at?
Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the 7th, not the 2nd. She is the leader of the Stallritter, the great light which guides us. Gallant yet beautiful, proud yet merciful. She's the strongest knight of all, and oh, she's simply divine.
Uh-huh.
Well, you've made it clear how great you think she is. So the head of the Stallritter is also a woman?
She certainly is. And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength couldn't hope to equal her. No, 1,000, even 10,000 of you wouldn't be able to so much as scratch her.
I miss her. Will we get to see her this game?
Okay, I get it. She's strong.
I don't really want to fight her again. We would so die.
Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all, Laura already noticed the similarity between the Eisenritter and Stallritter, but she really does sound like Saint Sandlot.
I see I've got you thinking. Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but one can never share my lord's glory too many times. She's known as the Steel Maiden.
The Steel Maiden, huh?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter.
I don't know if it was the living Steel Maiden or if it was the ghost of the Lance Maiden who helped us in the previous game. I'm still kind of confused on if they're one and the same person or if one is a descendant of the other and the title is just passed along down generational lines, like how Ging was. Rian, whatever.
If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, then we remain enemies. As such, we shouldn't be standing here being friendly with one another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I kind of want it to be that she's just somehow lived this long.
Sorry for bothering you. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask. You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Sharon, right? Is there any reason for that?
Ugh, you just had to ask. Enforcers are selected by the Society's leader, the Grand Master. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness.
Oh.
But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and one's strength, all right? I'm quite strong.
Based on how, I guess, easy, not really, it was to take you out and how I could not even really dent McBurn, I disagree.
I didn't say you weren't, but it makes perfect sense. You don't strike me as someone who's carrying any kind of darkness with you. You're refreshingly sincere, like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
And yet she's still siding with the Noble Alliance.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating drivel in my presence. Now get the hell out of my room!
Okay.
She chased me out.
I don't know why you're surprised.
I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden.
Me too.
Could she really have some connection with the Lance Maiden?
Flashback.
Perhaps even with the woman who helped us during our August field study.
I am intrigued. Can I go upstairs and now? Oh, someone has come downstairs. It's the maid. She still seems depressed, you say? I'm afraid so. It pains me to see her like this, to be honest. Perhaps we should inform His Grace about this. I can certainly see it having a negative effect on her health if she remains this way much longer. Whether His Grace will truly care, however, I'll give the issue some more thought. May I leave her to you in the meantime? Absolutely. Yeah, Duke Cayenne doesn't really strike me as someone who cares about anyone else's mental health. He might not even believe that mental health is a thing. I walked the wrong direction. We're not talking about it. Hello, Ring Ray. Welcome to stream. Who's on the other side of the
I think the maid's
door?
finished working in there now.
There are so many women it could be.
I wonder who's using this room though.
We've learned our lesson. We get to knock now. Third time's the charm.
Who is it? Please come in.
I think that's Toa.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Pretty sure that was Toa's voice. Crow abducted Toa. No, it's Alphen. Never mind. I kind of wish Crow had abducted Toa, though.
I had a feeling it was you,
I didn't.
but I didn't dare to hope.
Where's my sister?
It's you. It's really, really you.
Your Highness.
How did you get here? This all feels like a dream. Please don't tell me it is. I don't think my heart could handle the disappointment.
It's really me. I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must have been really lonely.
Well, now that we know it was the princess in here, I really, really don't think Duke Cayenne would care about her mental health.
I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job, but I'm not going anywhere.
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
Yeah, I was happy all of us were able to get back together again. But then yesterday, I ended up being invited onto this ship by Duke Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why.
You have windows. You could have looked out them at any time and seen that we were at Ymir.
Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something. Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but
You want to know where Elise is, right? She's not on this ship, I'm afraid. I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
Oh, she's in jail. Delightful.
really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way, even.
But why were you alone imprisoned on this airship? Surely there must be some reason.
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance, by having me address the people and calm them down.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up. Using you like that.
Have you not noticed that Duke Cayenne is more than a little messed up? Dude is delusional.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
But at the expense of your own feelings? I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend. You don't even know where they are.
Yes, but... Oh, why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Reen? Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now? I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
I sincerely hope not.
Well, I'm really not sure what to do.
This whole contemplation thing is so dumb to me. I appreciate getting to come on board the ship to get to talk to the members of Ouroboros and all the other people, but Reen, like, actually contemplating on whether to join the Noble Alliance or not is so dumb to me. Like, that's not even a thing he should be considering. Are we choosing death if we go against the Noble Alliance? Maybe, but, you know, some things are worth fighting
The
for.
longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action. And the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will? And then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
That wasn't your fault, Reen.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago, I've tried to be a brother figure to her.